Good afternoon, YouTube. I am pretty excited. My very first collab box just showed up from Joytutus. I'd reached out to them about 2 weeks ago just to see if they were interested in me making any videos to help promote their products. They were more than happy to send me something just to get the ball rolling to build our relationship. So let's take a look and see what they sent. Instructions. Ooh, these feel actually super good, nice and heavy. And these are the light up foot pegs for the Jeep Wrangler JL and JK. They have some multicolor changing lights on them. This specific one says it is the right side. We've got the left side. And we've got the car power adapter here to plug both sides into. And an Allen wrench. Well, I will have to go ahead and get my doors taken off and go from there. Since the weather's not the greatest today, I am going to just start with a little test inside of my car, get them plugged in, and see what they can offer. So these connectors are some of the waterproof ones, it looks like. Nice tight screw connectors. Okay. Let's turn on the car. See what we got here. Let's turn them on. Ooh, some red. Flip this little switch to change colors. Get some blue. Some fading. Green. Now that one is going to be my obvious choice if you haven't seen my Jeep already. This perfect green color is going to match perfectly with everything else on my Jeep. Flashing. Some amber. Okay, some color changing. Those are pretty cool. Back to red. Flashing red. Blue. Flashing blue. Green. Flashing green. And color changing. Looks like those are all the modes. So we are going to keep those right there. And I will have to pick up on the install tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have a nice 100-degree sunny day, which is perfect to take the doors and top back down. So I will check in tomorrow to get the install done. See you tomorrow. Alright guys, guess who has 2 thumbs and lied to you? I have no patience, and I found out that the rain is not happening tonight, so I'm just going to go ahead and install these right now. It's a good thing these are nice and simple. We are first taking out the Allen wrench. We are loosening the Allen wrench. Easy peasy. Put that locking washer right back in there. We are now taking L for left. Right there. And Interesting. Not as easy as I was thinking, but we will get there. Alright, so it appears this bottom piece slides out to fit under there. We are then going to put it back up. Put you up top. You down bottom. This right through. There we go. And apply some Allen wrench. Nice and easy. Perfect. And I noticed that these have these little stoppers here. So there's kind of two positions. We are now going to take this cable and to be nice and easy, I am going to run this under my floor mat. If these make it into my final list of things I like, I will probably end up running these up and over. Since these aren't a year-round item, I'm leaning towards keeping them under the floor mat though. Leave that right there. And we will take this over to the passenger side. And welcome to the passenger side of this install. Let's go ahead and loosen the bolt. There go the washers. Grab those. Pull that guy out. Slide this guy down. Take our big washer and our lock washers right in there. Slip that under here. Slip that in. And we're going to hold that here. So I'm not loving this process of getting bottom washer in, because you know, gravity. But I am almost positive that after a few times with this, it'll be nice and easy. Got our bolt, our Allen wrench, and we'll start tightening. And we're gonna tilt. Perfect. Wrap the twist tie. Unravel the cable. Tuck that under the floor mat. Run the wire over there. Okay, and now as we saw a little bit earlier, I am going to just take these cables we are going to plug these right into here. And it's nice to have these little arrows here that I'm seeing for the first time. Great, so make the arrows match. And twist, twist, twist. And we take the driver's side. Let's make some arrows match up. Push together. And twist, twist, twist. Then plug her in. And start her up. Now, the one issue I am seeing here is I'm gonna flip this around, but I can't see the lights. So I am going to have to go after memory and see if they start directly on red or if they start on green. So if I recall, it was red, flashing red, blue, flashing blue, and green. So let's take a look and see where we're at. And memory is good. Have green, and we have green. One thing worth noting that I did a little research on. So since the three colors are red, blue, and green, the red and blue lights, to my knowledge, can only be used like if you're in a car show or on private property. Since red and blue lights are preserved primarily for emergency vehicles. So I would not want to try driving with the red and the blue lights on, unless you're on private property, you're off-roading, somewhere that you're not going to run into an emergency vehicle in those cases. So I am going to let this hang out a bit until we get a little bit darker. Once the sun goes down and the stars come out, we are going to see how bright these really are at nighttime. Maybe go for a little drive. Alright, we are finally getting dark enough that we can see how bright these lights are. I will have to say my one complaint with the advertisement for these is they are showing both of the foot pegs on this side of the vehicle, which makes it look like there are potentially 4 that come with this kit, but there are only 2. I would imagine if you bought a second set and set them up in the back, you could run the plug into the back section, which is right back here in the trunk, and have a nice 4 lit up peg section. Just my 2 thoughts. I'm probably going to give this a quick drive around the block and see how the lights look. And away we go. The light seems to shine pretty nice off the ground, so I'm liking that. The foot placement feels pretty solid, and they feel very durable. The set that I had before was very movable. I'm sure if I tightened it a little bit further, it wouldn't have been too bad. But then when you get around tightening it, it feels like it's cracking the paint a bit on the hinge. So the way this set mounts is actually pretty nice. I feel like it would be a little bit more fun if they offered these in a few different colors. So not just the black paint, but if, for me, it being a green, lime green paint would actually be very awesome. If I end up holding on to these for some time, I may end up unscrewing the little light piece from it and painting these green like I did my a normal set that I had gotten from Amazon, and then put the light back on, and then it would match my style a little bit better. So far, I would have to say these are a solid 9 of 10 for the foot pegs, at least in the foot peg category from the ones I've tried. They are fun since they have the light. They have a few features that I feel like are a little questionable, like the blue and red light, but if you're only using them off-road, then you should be perfectly fine. For now, I will end this video and catch you on the next one.